Hello everyone, welcome to this quick video presentation on Iris Automated Coding System Implementation to achieve cause of deaths, highlighting on the topic connected codes and flags in Iris. This video presents information on Iris, a software developed and maintained by the Iris Institute. My name is Ms. Ankita Sangre and I am working as an IRIS IT specialist with the CDC Foundation supporting Data for Health initiative activities in India. I support the IRIS implementation and maintenance activities in MCGM through the Unit for Strengthening Cause of Death Data based at the Tata Memorial Center. In this quick video, I'm going to explain the use of connected codes and coding flags in the Iris automated ICD-10 coding system. Starting with the concept of connected codes. They are the codes used where two existing ICD-10 codes are used together in order to fully carry the information of the diagnosis text, and where this diagnosis text represents only one disease. In the multi-causal part of Muse, it tries to find more precise codes by using the context information. In most cases, the ICD-10 coding is sufficient, but sometimes ICD-10 categories are too coarse or general, and in these cases, Muse needs additional information, which is then provided by the use of connected codes in Iris. Further, let's look into few examples of connected codes in Iris. For the record, they are specified in the column ICD capital C of the Iris dictionary table. We can view in the Muse explanation window the codes and the subsequent connected codes without the separator. To list a few, there is tumor of stomach represented with the combining of D and C codes, that is D371C169. Then brain tumor represented as D432C719. Then tumor of external upper lip with the connected code D370C000, followed by tumor of kidney represented as D410C64. Here, one needs to understand that the connected code is a specific alternative to the main code. If specified conditions are fulfilled, the main code will be substituted to the alternate code. Coming to the next topics, Muse flags. They are used to add a very specific part of information from the text on the death certificate to the assigned ICD-10 code. A very straightforward example is the word primary that comes with the malignant tumors. In some cases, the volume 2 recodes ICD-10 codes from the chapter of primary malignant cancers to secondary because they are a frequent site for metastasis. But there is a rule to not do so if the text clearly identifies the cancer as primary, either by the word primary or by the morphology of the tumor. Once the text is coded, the information is lost if not carried in a flag. Therefore, the field Muse flags provides the person maintaining the dictionary to indicate that a text clearly is identified as a primary tumor. The dictionary entry will be marked with the respective flag, and the Muse coding module will take the flag into account and not recode this code to a secondary cancer. Here are examples of the multiple Muse flags for a dictionary entry. Finally, when adding more than one flags to a code, one must be considerate that the flags are in their alphabetical order and besides the code, or else a syntax error occurs, restricting the particular case from being finalized by Muse. Moving on to the coding flags. They can be used to help selecting the right code in the dictionary for the text mode. They can be used with the following fields in the two tables. Firstly, coding flag in the dictionary table from IRIS tables database and coding flags in the IDENT table from the IRIS certificates database. It is possible for IRIS to automatically generate the appropriate ICD-10 code without pop-up on the text-only mode using coding flag with multiple codes check flag in dictionary table and add appropriate coding flag with respect to age and or sex field in the ident table. This helps in reducing the number of rejections after batch processing in the text mode. For example, consider sepsis to be the diagnosis terms written by physician in line 1 of part 1. Then one needs to check the age consistency for both the ICD-10 codes for sepsis set in the non-consistent ICD codes table. Firstly, considering the age of the deceased to be greater than 29 days and less than 124 years, then the appropriate ICD-10 codes for sepsis will be A419. Whereas, if we consider the age of the deceased to be between 0 to 28 days, that is perinatal period, then the sepsis ICD-10 codes will be P369. Now let us see how we can accomplish this at the dictionary table level. Using the edit option, select the sepsis diagnosis term with P369 ICD-10 code and check on the multiple codes checkbox. Now set the coding flag text of your own choice. For example, as you can see here, P codes are neonatal codes. Therefore, the coding flag set here is baby. As a result, you can notice that in the dictionary table records, the sepsis diagnosis term with P369 code is assigned a coding flag baby. For this to work in automated recognition of ICD-10 code, we will be needing to set the coding flag in the ident table for the cause of death entered in the line codes. For example, here sepsis is the diagnosis term in line A and coding flag set as male vertical bar baby for this particular case in the ident table. Whereas for the medcode table, it stores the medical conditions for that case, as you can see here in the visual representations. Also, please note that to use multiple coding flags, one has to use the separator as vertical bar, which is to be added between the flags, as shown here. In the Muse processing, you can see sepsis is coded with appropriate code because of the coding flag set in the dictionary and ident tables. The explain window displays the standardization algorithm application for the text mode and how the coding flag has its impact on the code selection process. After the batch processing of the test lot is done, here you can see there are no rejects because of the use of the coding flags. And also you can see the ident table and the medcode table have their records updated with the respective ICD-10 codes after batch processing, as shown in the visual representation. Lastly, please note that IRIS does not use the coding flag set for codes in the code only mode. Lastly, let's have a look into the list of pros of using coding flags. They aid in the right code selection in text mode and automate the resolution of ambiguous diagnosis text recognition. They expedite the process of codes generation in text mode. They significantly aid in lowering the rejection rate during batch processing in text mode. The coding flag text used can be modified based on their intended use. They aid in improving the automated process of accurate ICD-10 coding in text mode. The information presented in this video comes mainly from the IRIS website that is available on the link presented on this slide. Please consider watching at the website for further information on IRIS, how it is maintained, the countries implementing IRIS, and engaged in the core group, and any other questions you may have. Information presented in the video on WHO ICD-10 comes from the WHO ICD website that is available on the link presented on the slide. Also, please consider looking at the website for more information on ICD-10 and ICD-11 and any other questions you might have about the various versions of this mortality classification systems. I hope you found this short video on IRIS helpful and hope you consider watching the other IRIS and informational videos we have developed and posted on the YouTube channel for the Unit for Strengthening Cause of Death data. Thank you.